Hi guys, welcome back to Neutrality. I'm Freeman Voiles, and I hope that you were able to listen to some of the last episodes because they were interesting, a little scattered. Hopefully the audio quality was okay. But we are going into week 3, which is wild. Not only are we going into week 3 of Neutrality, we are going into week 3 of 2024. So wrap your mind around that. How is your New Year resolution going? Mine is going okay because my only resolution was to do this stupid podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Taylor Swift. Not actually, but we're going to be using one of her terms, which is, you need to calm down. I don't really know what else to say beyond, you need to calm down. And I really wish I could say this to every politician, every loud influencer, including myself in some aspects, because we are just such a loud culture. I mean, it seems like everywhere we go, people are telling us what to buy, what to think, where to go, how to have our babies, how to be happier, what to eat, like how to spend our times, how to spend our holidays, how to spend our money. We are so loud, like so constantly bombarded by unsolicited advice from complete non-professionals telling us what we need to do. And a lot of us have taken the time to question these individuals, but there's also a lot of us that are just kind of accepting that these non-professionals' loud voices are somehow worthy of our trust when they're not. TV personalities, actors, politicians, even some really, corrupt pastors are just not worth being listened to. And my advice to them would be, you need to calm down. You're being too loud. They're just so loud. I mean, why is it that everyone has to have an opinion about everything or else they don't care? Again, and I said this in my last couple podcasts, if you're not going to add something unique to the conversation, I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Everyone is going to, well, what does Trump say about this? Well, what does AOC say about this? And now that I know that she agrees with this, then this is what I think. And now that I know that he doesn't agree with this, this is what I think. Except for the fact that these people are not pros on everything. They have a very limited expertise in their field, but they cannot possibly be the person to give you faith, health, mental, physical advice for how to live your life. In reality, not only are we feeding these people's egos, we're refusing to listen to the actual professionals themselves. And again, I am not a professional in anything other than being a Gen Z girl. I will tell you what I'm seeing as a Gen Z girl, but I do not want to play the part of being a professional by any means. These people, though, are replacing actual professionals in our societies. Celebrities tell us, that God wants us to be happy, therefore divorce is fine. Atheist celebrities read Bible verses out of context to prove Jesus was a sexist homophobe. Like, these are just things that we accept instead of actually opening the Bible ourselves or actually looking at legal documents ourselves or actually referring to what the Pope said about homosexuality recently. We just kind of assume that what this influencer said is this, therefore that's the truth. Newsflash, folks. There are public documents that we have access to. If someone's saying a law is targeting X, Y, and Z people, go look at the law. Like, I want to do that with you. Let's do it. Let's crack open the Constitution. What does it say about this issue? Let's look at actual church doctrine. What does it say about this? We have these resources at our disposal, but instead, we're letting ourselves be constantly persuaded by these non-professionals. So, here's the fun part where I am going to list out everyone that is too dang loud. Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, Charlie Kirk, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, AOC, Gavin Newsom. These are obviously all political individuals, and this is just like what's coming to mind right now. Let's talk about some accounts that you might be part of that, in my opinion, are too loud. Turning Point USA, Daily Wire, Pod Save America, Girls Gone Right, Planned Parenthood Action, Fox News, the ACLU, Catholic Vote, Students for Life Action, BLM. Now, I probably cut my followers from 30 to 10, and I get that, but bear with me, because if I didn't name something that you're like, oh, she should have named this, send it to me. Like, I want to know, because these are the ones that I'm consuming, but I want to know, what are some other groups that are too loud? Instead of contributing to a conversation in a meaningful way, these people are just adding noise on top of noise, and it creates chaos. Of course, it's also nothing personal with these organizations or individuals. I have nothing to gain from attacking them. I have nothing to lose from attacking them. I'm just sharing that, like, if I'm consuming these problematic individuals and the content they're putting out, then you probably are too, and I'm giving you permission as a fellow Christian, as a fellow Gen Zer, as a fellow person interested in your well-being and the well-being of our society. I'm giving you permission to unfollow, to turn off the TV, to stop listening to these individuals and these outlets. A lot of us just need permission, you know what I mean? We just need permission to say, like, oh, I didn't hear, what the new beef is between Candace Owens and who is it? Cardi B? Like, no, I didn't hear about that, because that's not worth my time in the slightest. No, I don't know what happened between Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, because it's not worth my time in the slightest. It's just people being loud. Oh, Alex Clark, another one that I forgot to mention, at Poplitics. I don't want to see conservative influencers getting Botox. It's loud. It's loud. These people, these organizations love the sound of their own voice and will do anything and speak on anything and speak so sure of themselves on anything and everything in order to maintain that ego and that persona and that following and their wealth off of you believing them, even if it's entirely false. I believe especially young women are opening our eyes to see that these people may not have our best interest at heart. And by listening to them, it's starting to really violate our conscience. It's starting to really irritate us. And if you relate to this, like, I feel your pain. Once we've realized that these spaces are inflammatory and harmful, we can give ourselves the freedom to fully detach. We don't have to be tied to these spaces anymore. We can be free. We can realize that these people and these organizations have cried wolf too many times. They told us that the world was ending 5 years ago, and they're still saying the world is ending today. We believed them once, but now we're tired of it. When you speak, or I speak too often and too much and too loudly, people tune us out. Because, when we start tuning people out, we're able to free ourselves of that burden to, like, save the world, when ultimately that's not on me individually to save the world. I can do my small part, but, like, I can't possibly be expected to solve climate change. I can't possibly be expected to own the left. Oh gosh. I could go so many places with that. But all I'm saying is continue to get in touch with your compass, continue to get in touch with your conscience, and I'm giving you permission to tune out all those individuals and literally any individual that does not serve you emotionally. However, if what they're saying is true, and maybe it's not a convenient truth, that might be something that's worth your while. And once we've outgrown living in these spaces that have killed our spirit, we can start being honest with ourselves, and if we're lucky, there just might be a neutral community waiting for you on the other side. Thanks for listening, guys, and until next time, stay neutral.